Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Muhammad Imran bin Muhammad Saleh and I am from Group 4, and for today I will be representing my group to present about personality disorder. So for the first one is introduction. A personality disorder is a type of mental disorder in which you have a rigid and unhealthy pattern of thinking, functioning and behaving. A person with a personality disorder has trouble perceiving and relating to situations and people. This causes significant problems and limitations in relationships, social activities, work, and school. In some cases, you may not realize that you have a personality disorder because your way of thinking and behaving seems natural to you, and you may blame others for the challenges you face. Personality disorders usually begin in the teenage years or early adulthood. There are many types of personality disorders. Some types may become less obvious throughout middle age.
I will be continuing on our group mental health awareness video about personality disorder. So, what causes personality disorder? Just as everybody's experience of a personality disorder is unique to them, the causes will be unique as well. There is no clear reason why some people develop the feelings and behaviors associated with personality disorders and others don't. Most researchers believe that a complex mix of factors seems to increase the risk of developing or triggering these experiences, including there are three: environment and social circumstances, second, early life experiences, and lastly, genetic factors. For the first, environment and social circumstances. The environment and social circumstances we grow up in and the quality of care we receive can affect the way our personality develops. You may experience difficulties associated with personality disorders if you've experienced, first, an unstable or chaotic family life, such as living with a parent who is an alcoholic or who struggles to manage mental health problems. Second, little or no support from your caregiver. This may be especially hard if you experience a traumatic event or situation. Next, a lack of support or bad experiences during your school life, peer group, or wide community such as bullying or exclusion. Secondly and lastly, poverty or discrimination, some form of dislocation such as migration from abroad. The second causes is early life experiences. Our experiences growing up can affect our personality in later life. If you had a difficult childhood, you might have developed certain beliefs about the way people think or act and how relationships work. This can lead to developing certain strategies for coping which may have been necessary when you were a child, but which aren't always helpful in your adult life. If you have been given a personality disorder diagnosis, you are more likely than most people to have experienced difficult or traumatic experience growing up, such as neglect, losing a parent, or experiencing a sudden bereavement. Next, emotional, physical, or sexual abuse, being involved in major incidents or accidents, and lastly, often feeling afraid, upset, unsupported, or invalidated. Not everyone who experiences a traumatic situation will develop these problems, however. Your unique reaction as well as the consistency and quality of support and care you receive will make a difference. Similarly, not everyone who develops a personality disorder will have had a traumatic experience. And the last causes for personality disorder are genetic factors. Personality is very complex, and researchers currently don't know much about what makes up our personalities and to what extent genes plays a part in this. Some elements of our personality are likely to be genetic. We are born with different temperaments. For example, babies vary in how active they are, their attention span, and how they adapt to change. While some experts believe genetic inheritance may play a part in the development of personality disorder, others point out that it is difficult to know whether similarities in temperament and behavior have been handed down the generation genetically or through behavior children were modeled as they grew up. More research needs to be done in this area. So, that is the causes of personality disorder.
And now, we will discuss the difference between personality disorder. For those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Shafiq. I'm a medical doctor from Rafaela Healthcare, and I'm making this medical video to educate myself as well as you, my viewer, because I believe that medically educated people make healthier decisions, which is the whole point of this campaign. This video also comes with a quick disclaimer. It's been purely informative, but this is not medical advice. And if you're looking for medical advice, always contact your own doctor. And now, quickly, let's get learning. Now let's discuss the personality disorder cluster separately in more detail. Now, let's start off with cluster A, personality disorder, which are characterized by odd and eccentric behavior. They have a lot of similarities with schizophrenia. The biggest difference, however, is that people with cluster A personality disorder usually have a greater grasp on reality. Cluster A consists of paranoid personality disorder, which is characterized by persistent suspiciousness, generalized mistrust to others, and paranoid delusions. People with a paranoid personality disorder are often observing the outside world, searching for threats and danger to validate their fears and biases from the outside world. Schizoid personality disorder, which is characterized by a lack of interest in social relationships, a tendency towards a solitary lifestyle, apathy, and restricted emotional experience. And the last personality disorder in cluster A is schizotypal personality disorder. This personality disorder is characterized by experiencing extreme discomfort when having a social connection with other people. This can be due to the belief that other people have negative thoughts of them. Furthermore, people with schizotypal personality disorder can have peculiar manners, use unusual words, and dress characteristically. Lastly, they may have a distorted cognition perception, experience paranoia, and extreme cases even psychosis, which bring us to cluster B personality disorder. People with a cluster B personality disorder have difficulties relating to other people. As a result, they can be dramatic and overly emotional about their thinking and their behavior. Cluster B personality disorder include antisocial personality disorder, which is characterized by a disregard for other people, often leading to deceit, manipulation, or even aggression. People with an antisocial personality disorder can act out of impulsive urges for personal gain, can show a lack of empathy and a bloated self-image. Next up is borderline personality disorder. People with borderline personality disorder often experience unstable and intense emotions that can change very quickly. As a result, they can frequent angry outbursts and act on impulse. This could contribute to instabilities in their lives, instability and their self-image, in their relationships also, and it could contribute to an altered sense of empathy. Then, histrionic personality disorder. This is characterized by excessive emotions, egocentrism, and attention-seeking behavior that may show an extreme desire for approval and inappropriate seduction. And lastly, a narcissistic personality disorder. This personality disorder is characterized by craving for admiration, exaggerated feelings of self-importance, and a lack of empathy. Typically, patients with a narcissistic personality disorder spend a lot of time daydreaming about themselves achieving power or status. Next up is cluster C personality disorder. they consist out of anxious and fearful behavior and thinking. Cluster C consists out of avoidant personality disorder. People with this personality disorder often consider themselves to be unappealing and therefore avoid social interaction for the fear of being ridiculed, humiliated, or disliked. In addition, they may also experience severe social anxiety, feelings of inferiority, and extreme sensitivity to rejection. The next personality disorder we will discuss is dependent personality disorder. And as the name suggests, people with this personality disorder have the psychological need to be careful by others. This may also include extreme passivity, severe submission, feelings of devastation when a relationships and avoidance of responsibilities. And the last personality disorder in cluster C is an obsessive compulsive personality disorder. This is characterized by perfectionism, the excessive need for orderliness or neatness, and a rigid conformity to rules. Failure of complying to these rules or the orderliness may cause excessive anxiety and fear. That's a broad overview of the symptom for each type of personality disorder that we need to pay attention to, especially to the loved ones around us. However, it is important to note that the specific manifestation of a personality disorder can differ among people. In addition, the symptoms and the number of complaints a personality disorder might cause is also a situational and may differ per person. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Sazali, and I'm here to tell you about the risk factor of personality disorder. There are a few crucial elements that contribute to the risk of developing a personality disorder. The first will be is family history of personality disorder. For example, like genetic, we know if someone who have a first degree relative who also have a personality disorder, they are 5 times more likely to develop a personality disorder. We also got information from the twin studies. What twin studies tell us about personality disorder is that if one of the twin has a personality disorder, there are 66% chance we develop the disorder as well. There appear to be a strong genetic component to the development of personality disorder. Another risk factor will be an abusive. Abusive is a major factor that people nowadays suffer from personality disorder. It is usually come from emotional abuse and physical abuse. The research also suggests that verbal abuse can have a significant impact. The study shows if an individual were verbally abused, they are 3 times more likely to develop personality disorder. We also know that neglect and abandon are also a component to the development of personality disorder. For example, if an individual is separate from their parent from their childhood, like the death of the parent or parent divorcing, it will have a high risk for developing personality disorder. Another factor related to the family include unstable family relationship, being exposed to the high degree of conflict or hostility, and being exposed to the inconsistent parenting. The third factor is an individual that are being exposed with childhood conduct disorder. Conduct disorder is a serious behavior and emotional disorder that can occur in children and teens. A child with this disorder may display a pattern, disruptive and violent behavior and have problem following rules. The symptom of conduct disorder are aggressive behavior, disruptive behavior, deceitful behavior, and violation of rule. The study suggests that symptoms play a significant role in the development of personality disorder. So, that is a few risk factors that are linked to the development of personality disorder. We hope with this information we can help those that are suffer from personality disorder to recover and enjoy their life to the fullest. Thank you.